What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, the Miami Story, aka Drip Boy Rob, aka the greatest. And I'm back today with another video. Alright, bet. So we back today with another video, another story time. I already told you I was gonna be shorter than the last video, so let's get into it. So today I'm talking about my ex-friend, ex-crush, whatever you want to call her, Crystal. Now, we don't fuck with each other, we don't talk anymore at all. Like, she ghosted me basically 2 times. Like, it's whatever. But I mean, I'm cool with it, cause it's whatever, to be honest. So yeah, all right. So it was the beginning of 11th grade last year in August. I saw her in my homeroom, and it was like she Hispanic, so but she looked white. So I'm like, okay, try a white girl, I guess. I don't know. But then I heard her then I heard her speaking Spanish and shit, and I was like, oh, okay, bet. Got me a little Latina girl again. So I start talking to her and shit, and we just like, we get each other number and all that. Like, the first week of school, like, all jokes aside, the first week of school I got her number, and we just talking and shit. But I guess she was talking to my dog from middle school. Now we go way back. He's a year older than me, so he graduated this year. I got no beef with him, no nothing. We still cool to this day. So yeah. So I think she was talking to him during the summertime and shit, because she does volleyball and all that. He does volleyball. I don't know what other sports they do. I think she do track or some shit. I don't know. But yeah. So we kicking it and shit, and then I would say my month, which is next month, September, I see them two in the hallway all cuddled up, kissing and shit, and I'm like, damn. All right. So then after that, I guess he seen me and her like close and shit, and I'm like, you ain't got nothing to worry about, bro. You my dog, so I ain't gonna take her from you. Like, I wouldn't do that to anybody. So I guess from what she told me later on in the year, which I'm gonna go back to, that he told her to stop texting me. That's why she ghosted me in the first place. But hey, so yeah, back in like September and shit, like, we still cooling and everything. We FaceTiming and all that. And this is before I met Camila and all that shit. So no, it was in the same area I met Camila in, from like between August and October, around that area. So yeah, we just kicking it and shit. We good friends and all that. And then she just stopped texting me, just out of the blue, stopped texting me, like, for real. And I'm like, the fuck? So I see her in school and shit, and like, the way she say hi is not the same way she used to say it. It's like, hey, what's up? And that's it. The fuck? So I leave that shit alone. I moved to another table in her room and all that. I stopped talking to her in the hallways and shit. We stopped talking until late February. Yeah, late February. That's when we stopped talking. I mean, that was like the whole time we didn't talk for, from middle of September to late February. That's a long time, to be honest. So it's because I went into PE, and she was in the same period PE as me, and we were playing a game called Flicker Ball, whatever. I'm not gonna explain it. If you know it, you know it. Congratulations to you. So yeah, she on a different team and shit, but it's like we still cool or whatever. Like, I have no beef with her at all. Like, it's just whatever. Just another girl that came and passed in my life, pretty much. So we just cooling and shit in PE. We barely talking. And then like at lunch one time, it was like my second week of PE. That's when she came up to me, started talking to me and shit. So I'm like, okay, fine, what's up? So we start cooling again. We start chilling and all that shit during lunch, on the basketball court. If you don't know already, I go to Miami Springs Senior High. Once a Hawk, always a Hawk. You should know that from like the very first story time. But yeah. So then that's when she had told me that her ex, Daniel, my dog from middle school, told her to stop texting me. That's why she ghosted me in the first place. At that time, I was like, oh, okay. But now I'm like, no, no, that shit's played out. No, that's done with. So, a couple weeks go by, and it's getting into March now and shit. So we really cooling and shit. So we basically talking like pretty much every other day, because how they have it set up is like, let's say Monday you have periods 1 through 7, and then Tuesday you have periods 2 through 8, and then you just keep flip-flopping each day. Every single day you keep flip-flopping. So we would talk almost every single PE class and at lunch. So it's like we getting close again. So I stay after school one time because I started joining football and shit, and I stay after, and it's like she was at volleyball practice, and she was, I guess she's like a veteran or some shit in it. She's been playing since like 9th grade or whatever at the high school. So she was like coaching the other JV players. So like I'm with her and shit, and I'm thinking about asking her out like at the beginning of the school year, because like we cool, we like fuck with each other's vibes and shit. Is whatever, we have no beef between each other, no negative shit between each other, no nothing. It's just we cool, we chilling. So like I would say like a week goes by after that one time after school when she was at volleyball practice, I was at football practice, and I see her all cuddled up with a basketball player that I'm cool with, but I'm not friends with. Like I know him and shit, and he knows me, and we like dap each other up, and that's about it. So I see her all cuddled up with him, and I'm like, the fuck? And by this time, she's been start talking to me already, like texting and shit. So that's the second time she ghosted me, and I'm like, wow, okay, cool. It's not the fact that she's trying to get back at me or some shit, because I didn't do anything wrong in the past. So there was no point of trying to get back at me for anything, because I didn't do anything wrong to you, ever. So, like, I'm thinking back then to myself, like, she just don't fuck with me like that, basically. Now, since I'm, like, really thinking deep about shit, it's like, it's a whole new game. So, now I'm saying to myself, she was just talking to dude way before. That's it. Calm down, bro. That's it. But, yeah. That's pretty much what happened. Like, in short terms, me and her were talking in the beginning of the school year, and she was dating my dog from middle school. She ghosted me for like, how many months is that? Like 6, 7? I don't know. No, like 5, some shit like that. I don't know. And we started talking again when I got back into her class, another class with her, and then she ghosted me again and started dating another person I know. That's basically how it went, pretty much. But like I said, this video is gonna be way shorter than my last one. I got one more story time about another girl, and I'm gonna see where this shit goes after this. So I'm gonna see you on the next one. Peace.